Hello, everyone. Instead of being in my usual place today, I'm instead in the attic because today's topic is something that uh, I have examples of it I have to bring all the way downstairs, and I ain't doing that. So I went up here instead to record this. Today's topic is a piece of old technology, which is the VHS. Now you're probably wondering, Rich, why are you talking about a VHS? And my answer to that question is I don't really know. Yeah. I don't really know why. I'm just, don't know what to talk about. But anyway, let's talk about a little bit of history of the VHS, shall we? You see, the VHS was first invented on September 9th, 1976 in Japan by JVC. I think that's what they're called, as a sort of rival to the Betamax, which was made by Sony, which was released in May 1975, a year earlier. The Betamax could only run 1 hour of footage, and it couldn't put any movies on it. You can only put TV show episodes or record stuff. The VHS would pretty much be an extension of that. This is a tape that I have of 101 Dalmatians. As you can see, it has two tapes on it, real tapes, which meant that it was double the amount of footage that you could record and you could put on a tape, which is why they started putting when the VHS came to America in 1977, companies figured that they could put their movies on it. The first company to do this was 20th Century when they created magnetic video in 1977 to put their movies on VHS and Betamax, but preferably VHS. The sales were very successful for the VHS, and it eventually made its way to the UK in 1979. And of course, due to this, it would act up a video revolution in the 80s, where a rating system would have to be created, and that's how the rating system in the UK was created. The only trace I have of it on a tape without being covered by an Irish rating is this one. Hold on. Midnight Run 18. Now, of course, like all things, the VHS didn't last forever, and it eventually gained the sales once the DVD came out in 1996, also made by Sony. And then the VHS eventually got discontinued in 2008 in the UK, and finally got discontinued in Japan in 2016. Now that's when the VHS ended. Luckily, I have 9 VHS tapes still intact. I know there's only 8 here. That's because the 9th one is the movie Ants, but I can't seem to find it anywhere, so it's gone for now. But let's take a look at these tapes, shall we? Now, of course, I have some of these tapes in these sort of tape holding boxes that were made to hold VHS tapes, or VHS tapes empty VHS tapes came in them so you can record stuff on it. The first one is, of course, 101 Dalmatians, which is not one of my favorite Disney movies, despite turning into one of my favorite Disney franchises, only behind Lilo and Stitch, but there we go. Yeah, one thing that annoys me is that Disney never shows the dates, the years of release on their tapes, and that really annoys me, and they did it on the DVDs as well. Probably did it on the Blu-ray as well. So that's one. Next one is a Maxwell M180 Mega Power Tape. It could hold 3 hours of footage. This is the back, and the movie is E.T. It's not a pre-existing tape. It was recorded on. So there's the label right there. I had a phase where I was interested into VHS tapes. I still am, just not interested nowadays. And I was fortunate enough to have a few tapes, a few neighbors give me some of their tapes. Of course, only the ones that have movies on them. If one of them had Airplane to the sequel, then I understand why they took it away, but still. Next one is, of course, the one I mentioned before, the Midnight Run. You've already seen that, so I'm just going to put that there. That's another Maxwell tape. And the weirdest one, I have a tape for RTE, which is the biggest TV company in Ireland. If you live in Ireland, you know what I'm talking about. And this is Pocahontas, which I watched on VHS during my during when I was watching all the Disney animated movies I hadn't watched, and it was a fine enough movie. Now, of course, now we move on to the actual tapes. This is Scooby-Doo the movie, released in 2002. This is a Warner Brothers movie. And for some reason, it doesn't have Scooby-Doo the movie. Instead, it has Thomas and the Magic Railroad from 2000, which I've heard is a sucky film. So, this is another movie I watched on VHS for a Disney month. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and unlike the other one, oh yeah, I put in a date there so I know what year it came out, because, you know, Disney never puts a date on anything. This is the tape for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. As you can see, it's a classic looking tape. Oh yeah, there's ads for a few other Disney movies here. Of course, there's. Then there's The Adventures of Pinocchio. Not the. This is another one of those weird ass Pinocchio movies that came out that isn't the Disney one. Of course, we all know that last year was the year of the Pinocchio, because there was 3 Pinocchios: the gay one, the crappy one, and the good one. Yeah, so this is the tape. This is a universal tape, as you can probably tell from the thing. As you can see from the thing, it says this is a 2001 tape, except it's a 1999 box. This has happened a few times with CCJTAs when he did his VHS collection, except his has like 140 VHS and mine is only 9. So, well, 8 I'm gonna show in this video. And this is the last one that I have, the Jungle Book, which I did not watch because I had already seen it. So my Disney month was only movies that I hadn't seen before, and this is one that I had seen before, so I wasn't gonna rewatch it. Yeah, so this is the tape. As you can see, another Disney movie that doesn't show the freaking date. Yeah, so those are all the VHS tapes that I own. Now, of course, I can't really rank a VHS tape because that's kind of hard to rank to give a VHS a rating. Because it really depends on the quality of what tape you have. It's either great quality, crap quality, or just whatever quality that you can have. But I still think that it's important to have some VHS tapes in your house, because now, time and time again, they're becoming less and less well known, and they will eventually become lost media. And people on eBay are just selling them for thousands and thousands of euro and whatever currency you have, probably euro if you live in Europe, unless in the UK, which, ew. But yeah, so if you have a VHS in your house, don't throw it away. Keep it, because you never know when it will become valuable in the future. And yeah, you may not watch it, but you might as well. Because one day VHSs will disappear unless we can salvage what's left of them. And I'm salvaging 8 of them. 9 of them, but I can't find the 9th one. Ants. It's probably taken away by ants, but hey, what can you do? So I hope you enjoyed this quick review. Yep, so it's back to regular computer reviews tomorrow. Goodbye.